So hello and welcome along to Eclipse motorcycles. This morning riding out with RevBomb. Just looking at this. This is the Commando Classic. This is the copper and cream one. This is a customer's bike. And we're just going to take this one out and obviously show you how good and how reliable this bike is. We're just climbing onto the bike. Just going to fire up that ignition. And just looking down, you can see from the mileage, it's done 14,500 miles on this. So we're going to take this one out, give it a quick run, and obviously have a chat to you about the range of motorcycles. So 14,500 miles on the clock. Now the customer that brings this in comes in on a regular basis for servicing. He's doing about a good 1,000 miles a month, if not more. I'd say 1,000 to 2,000 miles a month, riding on the average about 20 to 30 miles per day. And he's never had an issue with it. So it handles well, it drives well. Now obviously on a really cold day like today, and there is a lot of ice on the road as well, it's really slippy out there, this thing is still planted. Pulls through the gears lovely, it's quick off the mark. Riding position on this is absolutely superb. And obviously that dual braking system, especially on the cold weather like today, makes hell of a change. Now I'm in a low gear and I'm just going to open that throttle, and as you can tell, that pickup on that is really quick. So it's an exceptionally nice bike. Handles the bumps well. Obviously it's not too soft that you don't feel anything, and the suspension is not that hard where you're feeling every pothole. So we're going to take it out, do my usual route, which is about 7 miles, and just looking down at the dash, it's very easy to pick up your speed, to have a quick glance down and look at the speed. Now the easiest way, because obviously the outside is in kilometres, and the inside of that dial is in miles, but once you get to know that 10 o'clock is 30 miles an hour, dead centre on this is 50, and 1:30 is about 60-70 miles an hour. So nice easy use of all those controls. Everything's all to hand on this. Now he has obviously done a few modifications to the bike. He's got rid of those big mirrors off of it. He's gone for some custom under mirrors that are just under the handlebars, but I've still got an ample view of the road behind me. Now I'm in 5th gear, and obviously pottering along, just under 50 miles an hour, and it holds its own in traffic. So we're going to take it out, have a run down the dual carriageway, let you just see how good this bike cruises and how it keeps up with the other flow of traffic. And once again coming in, and I'm just going to pull the clutch in and just use that dual braking, and you can tell how quick that dual braking just cuts in. Very good. So nicely fed around the roundabout. Now on one, if you watch a lot of my videos, you'll know I do the same little route every time. And once again off the mark really quickly, into the flow of traffic. Quick shoulder check and we'll move over. I'm going to be taking this down the dual carriageway. So brand Absolutely fantastic. Low speed handling, as you can tell. Just sits there lovely. UMs do 3 main ones for the cruisers. They do the Sport S, which has a very American front end to it. Obviously I won't mention the other bike brand, but the headlight on it does look like that. If I say lowrider, you'll know what I mean. They do another version which is called the Commando, Renegade Commando. Now that comes in matte black and matte green, and they come with all the black crash bars and black exhaust. And then they also do one called the Commando Classic. So same bike, just different colours on them. And obviously the Commando Classics have the chrome trim and the chrome headlight, same as this one. The riding position on this is very, very nice. Feet forward, pretty comfy on the seat. And then obviously the last model that they do is known as the Vegas. Now that is just a pure black bike, red striping on it, single seat, no sissy bar to the back. So that's the UM range, but water cooled engine, very, very reliable. And as you can tell from this one, with 14,500 miles on it, these things just don't break down. They don't stop. They just keep going and going and going. What a glorious little bike this is. And as you know, I'm not a huge lover of cruiser bikes. I'm more of a sports bike rider. And riding feet forward is something that I never like. But you're not that far forward with your feet actually. If you look down, I'm not sort of legs akimbo, feet right in front of me. It is a very, very comfortable position. Once again, that dual braking just coming in on both wheels, that's just lovely on a cold day like this where you've got a little bit of ice underfoot. So we're going to head down the dual carriageway now. And these mirrors really do let you see what's going on behind. Tick over, lovely, lovely slow tick over on this bike. From the off, it's very fast. It pulls away very, very quickly. Throttle response very spontaneous. It's no lag there at all. Quick twist of the wrist, as they say, and you are away. So we're up into 5th gear now. Currently sitting at 50 mile an hour. And we're just going to fold out into the traffic. Quick shoulder check as I pull out. And then we're just going to wind ourselves up a little bit. So there we are. We're currently sitting 60 mile an hour. And she's not struggling at all. Lovely cruising speed on this, keeping up with the flow of traffic in front of me. Now obviously if I did want to go a little bit faster, it's just a check of the wrist there, and I've still got about another third throttle to go, so 65, it's still going. So obviously customer's bike, I'm not going to push it full bore, but it'll comfortably sit 60, 65, and the actual handling at that speed, you know, it doesn't wander, it doesn't feel unresponsive, it does sit very, very nicely. And just bring it down again. So I'm going to head back towards the garage, and I am very impressed with these. For something with 14,500 miles on, it doesn't feel like it's done 14.5. It literally feels like it's done sort of 500. So just folding back into the roundabout. As you can tell, that is exceptionally cold. Roads are very wet and slippy. I think it's about 2 to 3 degrees this morning, so thank God for winter jackets and winter gloves, as I say, and a full face helmet. But if you're into all year round riding, comfortable seat position and reliability, you know, Lex Moto really hit the nail on the head with these. This thing is just so reliable, going by the mileage on it, and it's had no issues. You're not going to go far wrong with one of the range of UMs, but then again, you're not going to go far wrong using any bike from the Lex Moto range if it's looked after, serviced regularly. Now this one is, you know, customer comes to us and it is serviced regularly, so it just shows you how many miles you can actually clock up on a Chinese bike. And obviously if I had the money in my pocket to buy one of these, little 125, run around just to use around town, or rather than use my big bike, I would opt for one of these. And if you happen to see the Venom video, obviously the Venom is one of my favourite bikes again that Lex Moto do. So you're not going to go far wrong with one of these. And if you haven't sat on one, I would say come down, have a viewing, see what we've got. We've got currently, I believe, 49 bikes in stock, ranging from sort of your ZSBs, ZXRs, ZSXRs, ZSXF. We've got the Iska in stock as well, and the new Lex Moto Assault, right through to the LXRs, LXR SE, and then obviously the new Vendetta 250 is on its way shortly, so we're going to be doing a blog on those. And then of course we've got all the UMs in stock as well. So even with an icy road, and I can feel that ice under the back wheel, he still handles, you know, it's not chucked out on me at all, it's not slid out, front end still sits there quite nice and stable. Pleasantly surprised by these. So as we say, if you want to follow us, pop down Eclipse Motorcycles in Milton Keynes. We're on the Facebook as well, so search out the Eclipse Motorcycles on Facebook, or give us a call, 01908 643 603. And of course you can follow my page as well, which is RevBomb. But there she is. What a gorgeous little bike that is. Commando Classic, and obviously customer's got his own saddlebags on that one. But lovely engine noise to that, water-cooled engine. You're not going to go far wrong with one of these. Nice big daytime running light to the front of that as well. So give us a call, 01908 643 603. Follow us on Facebook. And of course my channel, Instagram, Facebook and the YouTube. Hit that button at the bottom, click like, subscribe, give us a follow. And you've been riding with Rev Bomb down for Eclipse Motorcycles in Milton Keynes. Safe riding.